What's up, friends? Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of the Daily Grind. Pouring you up a hot cup of joe. Gonna get that day off to a bright and beautiful start, okay? Um, yeah, I literally hear things are about to shift quickly. Something that's kind of like coming as a surprise or a shock or out of nowhere. Some of you, this is a message, information, contact, news, something like that. But whatever this is that's coming again, in some perception, right? We decide whether we perceive something as good or bad. I'm going to recommend that no matter what it is that comes in today, that you choose to perceive it from an elevated point of view, okay? From your ascended perspective, knowing that all things are always working in favor of your success. All things are working for your good in any given circumstance or scenario. Everything is intended to bless you in one way or another. Because I honestly feel like on the other side of you, kind of like really assessing things from that perspective, I can't lie, it kind of gives the energy of like, God, how are you going to heal me now? Because some of y'all, this is kind of like some things that have been going unnoticed or amiss, right? This can even be things that you miss, things that people were getting away with, things that were perhaps slipping under the radar, your radar or others. But it feels as though today, in one way or another, this attention could be being given to them or they're being healed. Something's happening where I definitely feel like we have the thief beginning the day, which again, the thief comes but to still kill and destroy. So even if this is thoughts, even if it's circumstances, the thief comes to still kill and destroy. So anything that robs you of your peace, right, kills your peace, right, destroys your peace, right, that's an indication that that is the thief, right? I am come that you might have life in that more abundantly. So some of you need to trust that whatever it is perhaps just a shadow space where you it's not visible to you. But this is kind of like the way or the approach, or the strategy that spirit is enacting, to bring about your abundance. Okay. And again, you may not see it, you may not feel it, but I definitely get this sense of your knowing being very clear that this is perhaps a path. Like I said, it might be a shadow path, right? But it's a path. It feels like to something that you already know, is taking place or is yours. Like there's something like that at play. Okay. The second card that we have coming in the afternoon is a sweetheart card. So I definitely feel either someone is being very sweet to you. This could also be you are this way towards something someone else. It feels as though, I don't know why I kind of get with the sweetheart card usually indicates care and handling. You're always mindful. It's almost like your messages. I kind of get an energy like that. Okay. I get something around appreciation, being at play. Nourishment is here. So this could be receiving some sort of correspondence of sorts that is nourishing to you. I feel much better about this, right? Or about you. And again, this could be you, this could be someone else. Um, and I feel for some too, this is clarity. Okay. So it could be about intentions, well meaning nature, but this is clarity coming in. And then the last card that we have is the journey. So I ain't gonna lie, this feel like this has to do with, I don't, it feels like, going some sort of path, okay? And this could be because you're a sweetheart. It could be like, let's make this happen. Let's go this direction. I'm going to take you with me. There's an energy at play that's like that, whether this is a physical trip or whether it's like what feels like a I want to go this route or this road with you in some way, okay? And or you are this way about someone else, right? I'm hearing Michael Jackson. I wanna rock with you. Oh, nice. So this could certainly be maybe somebody wants to rock with you. I'm rocking with you. Let's make it happen, okay? Anyway, let's get deeper, right? Nourishment card, coming to the back of the deck, wisdom coming to the front, right? And I definitely feel like this has a lot to do with like what you feed. You know, this is feeding ego. It's also feeding, perhaps, or nourishing, where there are some other things that perhaps it's kind of given like, I don't know why I just heard junk. This is freedom, okay? Clarifying the thief card. And wisdom at the bottom of the deck. So very spirit led, okay? If something is missing or something's going unnoticed, if the Holy Spirit is perhaps bringing liberation in that area, especially if it's something that had somebody bound, okay? Spirit is giving a release, it feels like, to step out, okay? And again, this could be stepping out and avoiding, because sometimes that's what the thief is, right? Now I don't feel bad about what could be like, doing this or, avoiding this. Or, this could be, if somebody was getting away with this, but I realize that now this gives me the liberty or the freedom, or I have the release. My, wisdom tells me now I don't have to, this could be like hold back, if you will. Okay. Neutral card coming in the afternoon. So like I said, something it feels like in the afternoon with the sweetheart is it feels like if there is a thief of some sort or something amiss, something is neutralizing that energy, making me feel better about whatever this is. And then look, vulnerability. So again, clarifying the journey card, right? And this makes me feel like if there is a vulnerability, if somebody felt sensitive about going a certain direction or path, I don't know if this could be something that you're maybe becoming aware of. Or if it's something that where someone else is sensitive towards you. And so let's go a certain direction because I feel, I know you have a vulnerability or I feel vulnerable. Wisdom is telling someone something. Again, if this is something that it didn't look like it on the surface, something makes me feel like, I don't know why I get the impression that that's being revealed in some way now, even if it's only, for some of you, this is still hidden. But for people who are operating in the spirit of wisdom, they're free enough to pick up. I just heard it was putting down, okay? So they're not missing it. It's almost like the person who's trying to get away with it, which can be like doing the work, or where there's a fear and a refusal. Look at this. Wisdom, wisdom, double wisdom. I'm telling you, some of you match in with finding love. You matching up with other people who have the wisdom of the Holy Spirit. And you're mirroring one another. And ain't nobody or nothing else getting by you in this particular relationship or partnership. And it's liberating, which is kind of like, I can tell you things. I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to hide from you. I don't have to keep this from you. I don't have, there's that type of energy that's at play in the AM. And then, but that's where I feel like it's leading into the sweetheart, which can sometimes be like, I can be nice to you, you know what I mean? I don't even nice for what, right? That it's like, I can, with neutral, like that tells me, it's like, there's almost this energy of like, this tells me your heart, or it's almost like business, right? Somebody like, it's her shucky ducky quack quack. But it kind of gives like, if you've ever dealt in business where it seemed like somebody being shiesty in business, this is sometimes like, they're not being shiesty, they just got a lot on their plate. This is kind of like realizing that, like, nah, they good, they cool, and then neutralizing what could be like, they shiesty, right? So there could be something like that at play with the sweetheart card, right? No matter what context it applies in. And then the vulnerability card, the journey is kind of like I said, it's going the route of what could be addressing my vulnerability, healing my vulnerability, all my healing. And for some of you, this is someone realizing the healing journey that you've been on. Yeah. So you realizing the healing journey that you have been on. It's been a road that I feel like that you've been. And it's some things I feel like that maybe even perhaps within yourself have gone unnoticed. Like you didn't realize how much you healed, how free you are now. And something made me feel like all of this could certainly have been orchestrated in a sense to reveal to you the level of freedom that you have. Grounding is here. So I'm telling you, whatever it is, things is, when I see the grounding card, when things was going amiss or unnoticed or disregarded, with grounding, they're starting to come into place in a way that positions us to say, whatever this is can't stay hidden. I have to be free from this. And so it's almost like things are transpiring or things are taking place. That's funny, I just saw 10:10 on the clock. And that verse is John 10:10. But things are playing out in such a way that demonstrates, it's almost like that gives you the security that you need to be able to release, okay, to uncover or to reveal, or again for someone else to. Finding love did clarify the sweetheart card with the neutral, so this is kind of like whatever is maybe going on, you have what feels like relational ties, or the way that you're relating to the situation or circumstance. I see magical power, so some of you, this could certainly be with your own power. There's some things coming in that are letting you know that you have partnerships that show love in one way or another, and are down what feels like for this journey that you either been on or that you going on. I see overcome fear, okay? So as it pertains to whatever the vulnerability is, I see Luna here, and journey, overcome fear, okay? So the end of the day can have to do with facing some sort of fear. We're going to continue and get some animal cards, and then we're going to Patreon to get our extended messages. The Phoenix was at the bottom of the deck, and I started to shuffle again. Y'all know that Phoenix energy don't play. It's up and at 'em. It's when it comes to moving, that's the 0 to 100 energy that is just ready to go, or to move on things, or to move things forward at any given time, in any given moment, because it's been refined, so it sees beyond sight, and the things that have been seen, it operates based on knowings, okay, and knowing what each sense is intended to do. Yeah, deer is where I'm stopping here. The dolphin comes out in the AM. That's those light emissions, but it's water energy. So someone feeling positive about what could be like going a certain direction, right? But feeling their way through it. You could also be being the light, because there's a lot of energy around light emissions that come from the dolphin in this dolphin card. So some of you with the thief, again, if something was going on, it could certainly have been like your light emissions, and you could certainly have been grounding in that, where more of you is being emitted, more of your light is starting to shine or be felt in some way, and it's putting the pieces together, perhaps about this could be like who you are or what you are doing. This is going to be where you find people's intentions are shining through, and if they're not good, and if it was going unnoticed that they had impure intentions, this is where more things end up surmounting or piling on top. You keep doing this, and it reveals the intentions of the heart. Light is shown on what feels like things that people have a liberty to do. It's either going to show their need to heal, or it's going to show their the healing that has taken place. Okay, Firefly is the next energy out. This is an air energy, so by the afternoon, you could certainly be. There's that Phoenix again. I feel, and you see the panther peeking out with the sea serpent. Something make me feel like God working all day. And y'all know ether is any element. So you may be used in any capacity. Y'all know that panther ain't nice, okay? So you could be used in any capacity. And I don't feel like you are exhausting your energy. I feel like this is you neutralizing your energy. This is through creating or doing the things that you do, feeling your way through them. But if there has been some stuff going on, you're neutralizing, or what feels like transmuting your energy through this firefly. So like I said, it could be like just firefly. It turns on its light, It turns off, it's light. It turns on, it's light. This is kind of like, now you see me, now you don't. So some stuff you may be revealing, you may be expressing, and then you may stop your expression. And this could be like you're being open and then you're not being open. And I don't get, again, whatever is, it feels like neutralizing some things with the firefly is what is taking place, okay? And again, where you're finding love, this is where you are, you, it's almost like I said, like you're revealing, you're making known. I don't know why I'm getting like the love is mutual. And again, this is not just you, this is people opposite you, where you're showing love, where you're being sweet, where your intentions are being revealed. This is where things are, let me get to a point where I show this to you, or I make this known to you, or I reveal this to you, so that you don't, this could kind of, it's like, so you don't feel some type of way, okay? The bear is here, okay? Which again, protection, earth energy, water, air, and then earth at the end of the day. Some of you, this could be beneficial for you because it could certainly be speaking to or addressing some aspect of like the journey that you've been on. Or with bear, I'm kind of getting an energy of like taking care of your business, so that you can get where you need to go or do what it is that you need to do, and you don't have fear around doing whatever that is, taking care of the things that you need taken care of, the things that make you feel vulnerable, or that perhaps create insecurity. It feels almost like there's a conversation of some sort that's taking place today that's going to clear up some aspect of the riffraff, so that wherever there's a vulnerability, if there's something that is overshadowing that, or someone that is, or something that's going amiss, it feels as though it's being addressed, and it's being addressed with like material information or reasons or proof. There's something of that nature, that is, what feels like getting some attention. I'm getting this energy too of a higher ground. So something makes me feel like your communications, whether you see or hear or not, your communications are elevating to, what feels like another level. And some of you, this is another level of consciousness. For others of you, this is just getting to, what feels like the right people. This is kind of like, with it, it's walking is what I feel. Something that you saying is walking. It's got legs. That word or whatever it is, a message of some sort that you sending is walking, and it's getting some things that feel like taken care of. Because where there's wisdom, whoever that is, I feel is going to sense it. And some of you are going to sense your power because you know the spirit of wisdom and how to articulate what to say, what to illuminate, what not to. And then where there's a lack of wisdom, I ain't gonna lie, it feels as though there's going to be some form of like going through, that you have to experience the worst in order for you to use wisdom, to what feels like get your act together, or to know when it's time to think, or from a higher plane. So that's what I have for you. Join us over on Patreon as we get extended messages. I love you, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.